Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Joe Hendy, the Android Authority App Guy. Do you like to type? I know I do, and after the intro, we'll show you some of the best third-party keyboards for Android. First on our list is AI Type Keyboard Plus. This interesting and versatile keyboard gives users a lot of options, all inside of an eye-friendly interface. Even the menus in this app look good. It's a fairly accurate keyboard that tries to compete with SwiftKey on things like prediction. The keyboard works fairly well, and it's also themable to an extent. This includes a transparent option where you can put an image in the background to make it whatever you want. To really get the full experience though, you have to use it long enough for it to learn your typing. Next up is Hacker's Keyboard. This keyboard has been around for quite some time, and it's a favorite among its somewhat small but loyal fan base. It features the ability to set up a keyboard like you can find on any Windows computer. This includes things like function keys and Control and Alt. You can resize it to 4 rows to look like your standard Android keyboard if you want to, and you can set it independently based on rotation. So if you want a regular keyboard for portrait and a full keyboard for landscape, it's possible. It's also good with tablets and phones, and it's also a little themable. Smart Keyboard Pro has been a long-time competitor in the third-party keyboard market. It has improved leaps and bounds from its earlier editions in terms of functionality, but there are still signs of its older days, like the gingerbread theme for the keyboard. The options are about as standard as you can get, although there are still more than most stock keyboard offerings. You can also theme the keyboard, but it's a little bit more complicated than you'll see from these other keyboards, so it's definitely more for the people who don't mind taking the long road sometimes. We knew we would be crucified if we didn't include SwiftKey, so we were certainly glad that it was rated high enough to make the list. SwiftKey is, well, SwiftKey. If you haven't seen the bazillion reviews online already, we did a pretty good one a couple of months back. The predictive text is considered one of the best, the trace keyboard is considered one of the best, and small things like stats on how efficient you are and even the theme options help give SwiftKey that all-in-one keyboard experience. To put it bluntly, yes, it really is that good. Last, and certainly not least, is the venerable Swipe Keyboard. The longtime champion of third-party keyboards, it's so good that OEMs have been packaging it as a stock keyboard in Android phones for years. It's now available in the Google Play Store for everyone. What can be said that people don't already know? It's the king of the trace keyboard, as most prefer it over even SwiftKey for trace typing. It holds the Guinness Book of World Records for the fastest text message. It's solid, it's stable, it has good voice dictation, and most of you have probably already used it or have it already. If you take a look at our leaderboard, you can see how all these apps stack up against one another. Please keep in mind that we do not personally rate these apps, you guys do. There is no bias on our part. If you want to check these out for yourself, you can find the links in the video description. Honorable mentions for these include Go Keyboard, TouchPal, Slide It, Thumb Keyboard, and the vanilla keyboards from Android 2.3 and 4.2. All of these are available in the Google Play Store. The only reason why we didn't include OEM keyboards like Sense or TouchWiz is because they aren't available to everyone. When it comes right down to it, the key is looking for and finding which keyboards work best for you. Some people never leave the OEM or vanilla keyboard options. If there's a great keyboard we didn't include, feel free to let us know in the comments. Once again, I'm Joe Hendy, the Android Authority App Guy. Feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel and check out our social media links in the video description.